Now today, these demons of the dirt are here in the heartland of America, the World of Outlaws at Knoxville, Iowa. Now we've just finished the 4th heat race, and these heat races help compose the makeup of the feature race. It's been a very busy afternoon. Gary Gerald is down in the infield, and he has the story of the heat races. Gary?
Thank you, Paul. Initially, there were more than 50 drivers seeking spots in today's feature event of 25 laps at Knoxville, but right now, 20 of those 22 spots available have been filled. They went to drivers who finished in the top 5 in qualifying heats. Among the winners were the following.
John Stevenson, a victory in heat number 1 over Mike Brooks, with Len McCarl, Shane Carson, and Lee Osborne rounding out the top 5. Tim Green from deep in the pack won the 2nd heat with Don Reiners, Bill Mellenberg, Eddie Levitt, and Mike Pickney behind. It was Steve Kinzer in heat number 3 over Jerry Potter, Ron Schumann, Bob Hopp, and Rick Weld. And in the 4th heat, Lee James, the winner, Sonny Smizer, Randy Smith, Jack Hewitt, and Mike Peters.
So there's your field set for feature action. Let's go back upstairs to Paul Page.
Thank you, Gary Gerald. So the field is now farmed up. They're ready to go. Green on the outside, Pinkney on the inside. It looks like we are ready for a start here, the World of Outlaws at Knoxville, Iowa. The engines begin to roar as they anticipate the green flag. Green comes off the 4th turn. The green flag is out, and we are racing as Tim Green leads them down into the 1st turn. Pinkney drops back a bit, and Ronnie Schumann moves up towards 2nd place. Steve Kinzer also making a move, but look at that dust. Now, we didn't expect that here today. The track has been well handled earlier. It is giving Green an advantage, though. He has clear visibility, comes off the 4th turn in the clear, and leads lap number 1. The dust, though, being kicked up for the rest of the field as they head down into the 1st turn, chasing the number 55 machine of Tim Green. Problems for Tim Green at the moment, though. This man, number 75, Ronnie Schumann, has the problem of trying to catch the leader, number 55, Tim Green. Now, Schumann was in 2nd position at the conclusion of the 1st lap, but then Steve Kinzer in number 11 got around, and Schumann has now dropped back to 3rd. There is your leader, 55, Tim Green, and in 2nd place currently is the number 11 X car. There it is. It belongs to Steve Kinzer. So Green is 1st, Kinzer is 2nd, Ronnie Schumann, number 75, is in 3rd. And Tim Green has been forced now to move up through the pack. And in doing that, he is using both the high and low side of the race course, though earlier on he was favoring the high side of the track. There he is, up high, using the cush to try and get himself around the turn faster. Gary Gerald.
Ball from down here as we watch Green battle through the dust in the traffic, and as we watch Kinzer trying to close in on the leader. I think it's interesting to note that Green, while a Californian, considers this track in Knoxville his home track. He moved here as a former national go-kart champion a year ago to learn how to drive sprint cars. The fact that he has learned so well is evidenced by the fact that he's leading this World of Outlaws competition, and impressively so.
Gary Gerald, Green's got a problem. It looks like his right rear tire has come off. He hit a rough part in the high side of the 1st turn. He slowed down considerably on the backstretch. I think I got a glimpse of the right rear actually being pulled a bit off the rim. Green's now driving it off the racetrack, off the back straightaway, and he'll bring it down to the infield near you, Gary. Steve Kinzer will become our leader under the yellow. Gary Gerald will try to get a report on what happened to Tim Green for the race course. Let's go to the infield and Gary Gerald.
The furious pace, the problem for Tim Green. He simply hooked the tire in a rut. He rolled the tire off the rim on the right rear side. They've made the change. Now he's got to work his way back from the back of the pack. It's going to be a tough job for Tim Green. Steve Kinzer dramatically showing what has made him a two-time World of Outlaws champion, coming from 7th place to grab the lead. Lee James also doing a superb job. He started clear back in 11th place. He's now running 2nd in traffic.
The white flag has now been given to Steve Kinzer. He is completing his last lap. A little more than half a lap separates him from victory now. So from Bloomington, Indiana, car number 11, Steve Kinzer, off of his last turn, and the checkered flag being given to Steve Kinzer, our winner here today. 2nd place, another Hoosier from Liston, Indiana, is Lee James. And Ronnie Schumann from Mesa, Arizona, comes home in 3rd.
Well, it got pretty hot today, and they've dug the track up a little bit. And really, for an afternoon race, they got the track pretty loose, and you could get a hold of it real well, besides being a little bit rough. You know, it was a little rough, and it was jarring the wings around a lot. And I don't know, I was running pretty hard there trying to catch Tim, and then he got in there and kicked the tire off. And after that, I felt like I pretty well had things my way. I sort of figured, I was going to have to chase him down. He started outside front row, and just catching him, and he made it a little bit easy for me.
So congratulations from NBC Sports World to our winner in the World of Outlaws at Knoxville, Iowa, Steve Kinzer. Second place in number 15 was Lee James. Third place, 75, Ronnie Schumann. Car number 81 with Lee Osborne on board came home in fourth. And fifth place, number 47, Jerry Potter.